This is Rise Outside. Welcome to the channel. This week we're getting ready for the upcoming deer season. We're setting up the game camera. We're looking for deer. We're trying to catch a fish. We're sleeping in the back of the pickup. And birding? That's new. But first, let's go set the game camera up. They were close. There's two of them. They're just bedded right here. So we've seen two. I know I only got video of one, but one went that way is the one I videoed. The other one went this other direction. But they both ended up going back over here into the trees where my tree stand is. So there's deer around. Well, I'm at my spot here, and the field out here, right there, cornfield this year, so that's good. We like cornfields. And this is the spot where I actually shot my deer in 2025. So, and it looks pretty good in here again. I spin around. Yeah. And of course we seen the two fawns while we walked in, so we know there's at least some fawns around. But where there's fawns, there's does. And where there's does, there's bucks. So that's my hope. That's my hope. So I'm gonna look around a little bit in here, set my game camera up. Yeah, but it's looking positive. It's looking positive. This is what we like to see. Right through here. Trail comes out into the open. And I can see by the broken down weeds and stuff that they've been using it. So deer have been using this trail. I don't think I'll walk back in there. I won't disturb anything. But they come out right here, and we want to put the game camera up out here, so when they pop out we get a picture of them. Now, is it on the camera this tree? Looks like that'd be a good spot for when they come out here. However, if I walk over here, where is it? Okay. There's a deer trail that runs. It's kind of hard to see. This one's not as defined. But there's a trail that runs right along here. So if a deer is walking right along here, that tree's pretty close to the trail. So I think I did the same thing last year, was use this small one over here. This tree right here, that gives us some distance to that close trail right here, and we should still be able to get pictures of deer when they walk out, when they come out of that thick stuff back there. You can see it better that way. So I'm going to set the trail camera up right here, and hopefully we'll start getting some pictures. on. Oh, we got a picture of me. Okay, it's working. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to move it up a bit. Thought I heard something in the corn. Nothing came out though, so maybe it was running back into the corn rather than coming out of the corn. So we got my game camera set up, and I think now it is time to head to camp and start cooking because I'm hungry. Let's eat. I just spooked one. There's a doe out here. So, yes, I did hear something come out of the corn. Yeah, she was between the corn and the trees. It's a bummer to spook them, but at least you know they're here. Hopefully we'll see another one on the way back with antlers. Found a nice shady spot to camp. The spot that I had planned on going to had a few too many people around it. So I decided to not camp there and find a different spot. This spot's pretty decent little spot here. And so that was a change of plans. And I had planned on grilling supper tonight. I was going to do deer steaks, but I don't have the ambition to drag out the cooler and cook steaks, even if they are just deer steaks. So what I do have is tomorrow's lunch. We got a Johnsonville summer sausage here, and some smoky bacon ranch cheese. Oh, reach. Chicken in the biscuit crackers. To wash it all down, we have a genuine Hank's Gourmet Birch beer, which is a root beer. That's a new one. I haven't had that before. We'll add crackers later. Mmm. I love this stuff. Well, let's try the Hanks. It's good. Birch beer. Birch beer. Summer sausage. Smoky bacon ranch cheese. That'll do me just fine. I decided to try some fishing. And I just seen something hit the surface right behind the camera. So I'm going to cast right behind the camera. Now in the spring, this is a pretty good smallmouth spot. However, we're not in the spring. We're in late summer. So I don't know if there's really much for fish in here at this point. But I thought it would be a nice quiet spot to try it, see. However, it's not a nice quiet spot. It's a nice spot, but it's not quiet. I'm sure you can hear that in the background. I don't know if you can see it in the background back there, but there is a pump, irrigation pump, pumping water out to a cornfield about, I don't know, half a mile back that way. So yeah, it's not a nice quiet spot with that rattling, but nothing's really gone according to plan on this excursion. So you might as well have a noisy machine running in the background while I'm trying to fish. I had a chance. I don't know what it was, but I had something hooked and it came off. And as you can see, we're running out of daylight here. But it was a pretty nice evening out here. Temperature's great, and you can see how the wind has gone down. So it's a very nice evening. Well, I think it's time to give up on the fishing, head back to camp. Well, the fishing wasn't that great. However, the deer sightings were awesome. I seen 4 bucks and 1 doe. And one of the bucks looked like, well, one was real nice. Of course, they're still in velvet. They got some growing to do yet. And then another one looked like he was going to be a pretty decent one. And then there was a couple young ones. But yeah, that was awesome to see. I was just going to wrap it up on the fishing, and I happened to look across the bay, and it's like, holy smokes, there's 3 deer over there. And it's like, even without the zoom on the camera, at first I'm like, God, I wonder if those are bucks. And then, let's see, where's my camera at? Yeah, this camera is the one I had out there. And yeah, it's got that great zoom on it. So I was able to zoom way in and see them. It wasn't the greatest because the light, it was getting dark, but we got a little bit of footage of four bucks and a doe, so nice. But with that, it's after 10 o'clock, so I'm going to wrap it up for this evening, and we'll pick it up in the morning. Morning time, and a beautiful morning it is. It's cloudy, but there isn't hardly any wind. It's 66 degrees. It's a little after 6 o'clock in the morning, and I actually had to get my little lantern out to give some extra camera light, because with the clouds it's still kind of dark for the camera. I can see fine, but the camera can't. And we're gonna have some breakfast here. Of course, we have one of those, a Dunkin' iced coffee, mocha, and some Lucky Charms treats. They're magically delicious. And the box is open, so yes, they are magically delicious. My only complaint is they're not very big. But they're good. So I'm going to have a Lucky Charms treat. Nice coffee. Then I think we're going to go set up and see if we can see anything this morning. I do have a tree stand up, so I think what we'll do is we'll go over to that and set in it, not worrying that it's already past shooting light, because that doesn't matter at this time of year. So we'll set up and see if we can see some deer or other critters, and we'll pick it up when we get to the stand. Looks like there's going to be a change of plans today. I'm at the blue dot. All that green and yellow is coming right for me. It's supposed to rain all morning, and it's starting. It's like, when I checked the weather yesterday, there was no chance of rain today. And now it's like 100% chance that we're going to get rained on, and it's already starting. Well, now I don't know what to do. So, because my tree stand that I was going to go set in is quite a ways away. So, I don't want to go back in there and then all of a sudden it start raining really hard. Because right now it's just a sprinkle, but saw a deer. I'm just a little ways from the pickup. So if it starts pouring rain on me here, I can make it without getting too wet or getting my cameras too wet. And I broke out my old camera with the telephoto lens because I've been pondering getting a more heavy, a bigger lens for this. I used to use this camera all the time. I always carried this one until I got the one that's on the tripod here, and that one replaced it. The camera's way smaller and a lot lighter, and it rivals the zoom capabilities of this one. But we're just gonna, oh, there's a deer. Oh, she's got a fawn with her. The fawn is just to her left. You just barely see it. See it moving? There it is. There you go. Not sure what those were, but I think it even showed up in the video. It is rain starting to come. I think I'll push on just a little bit further and see what's the worst that can happen. I get wet. We could always put the camera in the pack. I switched out my other camera for the pack, so. That was a big one. That is a really good deer. I love to see that. Now, he came out of the cornfield on the neighbor's side, and the fence line in the video, I can't hunt on that side of it. I gotta be on this side. So, but he's close. He's close. And the direction he's going, he may end up in the trees back here. So, oh, yeah, that's exciting. I know I have, it's a few weeks till opener, but man, that's really good to see. That is really good to see. And since it has stopped raining, I am actually, I've walked the mile back to my tree stand. So my tree stand's right over here. So I think I'm gonna climb up in it, and we'll see if we just sit for a while or just to hang out, because the rain has tapered off. At one point it was raining a little bit more, now it's not. Well, yeah, I can still feel a sprinkle or two. But I think I'm going to climb up in the stand and check it out. first deer sighting out of the tree stand. And it was actually on land I could hunt until it jumped the fence into the cornfield. But we seen one. Well, I've been sitting in my stand for about 2 hours now, and I am so glad that I walked back here because the rain didn't amount to hardly anything. I mean, looking at the radar, it looked like it was going to get pretty ugly, and a heavy sprinkle at times, and that's about it. So it was really nice back here. We got to see some deer. We got to see that big buck, which is awesome. We got to see, I think I seen 3 does, some squirrels, and then a whole bunch of birds. And the birds with it was fun. Trying to get the video of these birds, because it isn't easy. Like the woodpecker, I think I tried 4 times to get footage before I actually got some, and I think he had a cicada in his mouth when he so he was a bit distracted when I got the video of him. And the goldfinch was cool to see. The Baltimore oriole, which in my part of the country is pretty rare to see those. You see them once in a while, but it's pretty rare to see them. And then there was a whole bunch of other birds that I have no idea what they are. I'll try to look some of them up and see if I can compare pictures online with what I actually saw. But I'm probably not going to figure out what all those were. So it was an extremely good morning this morning. It's fun to just be out, and you know, it is a gray, kind of sprinkly once in a while day, but it's, I don't know if it's hardly even 70 degrees. So if it's in the 70s, it's very low 70s, and no wind. It's really nice back here. It'd be nicer if it was clear skies, but we'll take what we can get. Because I think this weekend it's supposed to be 100. So with that, I think I'm going to wrap it up on this one, and we will pick it up next time. Birds are still singing all around me, even though I'm talking.